on and stuff when I do my videos, but today I'm doing a pregnancy Q&A, but I'm going to be doing my makeup while I answer the questions, so I'm not just like sitting here chatting, which I love to do. But today I'm going to do my makeup while I answer some questions. So a while ago I asked on Instagram and said that I was filming this video, and I got some amazing questions from fellow YouTubers and subscribers of my channel. So everyone that has asked me a question, I will link all their channels down below. Please go ahead and check out their channels. They're fellow mummy vloggers, and it's nice if we could all like support each other in this, trying to grow our channels and all that type of stuff. So everyone's channel will be linked down below, as well as like their Instagram and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and just get started. I'm going to do like a very minimalistic makeup look today. I haven't actually worn makeup in, oh my goodness, like it's been a while. And so everything that I am using, I will link it down below, just because I'm probably going to be chatting, answering questions and stuff, so I might not be talking about what I'm doing. And if I'm looking over here, it's just because there's a mirror in front of me. So everything will be listed down below if you're more interested in the makeup side of it. I can go ahead and get a question on my phone. So these next 3 questions are from Hayley Pusey, who you guys know. I mentioned many times on my channel. She's one of my online buddies, and her questions, well, one of her questions was, is your hubby cool, calm and collected during birth, or does he freak out? So if you don't know, I have a little boy who is 28 months, and yeah, so my husband was present during his birth, my son's birth, and so was my mum, and the two of them, like, I just couldn't ask for a better birth partners. They were just so good together and keeping me calm and just relaxed. And my husband is super cool. Like, it didn't faze him, and nothing much does faze him. He's a pretty mellow guy anyway with any situation. So he did so well, and a lot of people afterwards were like, they asked him, did you look, you know, like, you know how some people have a real, once they see something coming out of there, it's like it's doomed after that. But he's like, of course I looked. That's like, he didn't have any, like, it didn't freak him out at all. And even after I had him, those of you who have had like natural births and stuff before, you probably know that there's a ton of blood. Even C-section births, it's a lot to handle, even as a person that it's happening to. And there was a ton of blood after, like on the bed and everything, and he actually had to help me have a shower because I just felt so weak. And so I asked him, I was like, can you please give me a hand, you know, I just need to have a shower. This was in the hospital, like literally an hour or 2 after I gave birth. We were still in the birthing suite, and he came in and he goes, oh my god, it's like a massacre in here. It was horrendous. And the fact that they have white linen in a hospital, I'm like, why would you do that? And yeah, it was that was probably the only time he like said something, but other than that, he was just so calm. And same with my mum. I mean, mum was, you know, crying and all of that. So yeah, it was really nice to have them both there. The question Hayley asked was, what's the best thing postpartum you ever did or used? So I'm going to answer both ways. Like, in my opinion, the best thing that I ever did was a choice that I made 2 days after Levi was born. I made a choice because my milk hadn't come in yet. So, and that's quite common. It can take up to, I think they say 8 days for milk to come in. So it was 2 days and my milk hadn't come in, and he was obviously getting super like whingy and just crying all the time, which is quite normal. And also I was so sore because he was trying to bring my milk in, like constantly feeding. I think I did have colostrum, So on the second day, we just thought, okay, we're just going to give him formula until my milk comes in, because it was just, he was so unhappy and it was really, really stressful. And if you don't know, I did have postpartum eclampsia, so 4 days after I gave birth, I actually ended up back in ICU with this condition that was not picked up on when I left hospital. So if you're interested, I have a birth story on my channel. You can watch that for all the details and what else happened. But we put him on formula 2 days before I even knew that I had this condition, and I feel like that was in itself just such a blessing. Just because like my milk came in when I was in ICU on the 4th day, 4 days after birth, and he wasn't with me, and it wasn't a good time. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I was on an IV with magnesium and blood pressure medication and all of that, and I just was so grateful that we had made that decision, like that he was happy, that Levi was okay, and my mum looked after him that whole time I was in hospital. Like, we couldn't have gotten through this without my parents. That was probably the best thing I ever did. In terms of the best thing that I used, okay, this is a little bit not controversial, but like, it's a touchy subject when it comes to talking about how you deal with certain things with your baby, because it's a very personal choice. But for example, Levi had horrible colic. It started around 5 weeks and it lasted for about a month. And not all babies get colic, thankfully, but he did, and I had no idea how to deal with it. And they had at that time, like, what do you call it? Like probiotic drops and stuff that you could give the baby. And I tried that, and he was on formula, like I said, so I thought, okay, maybe it's a formula. So we tried different formulas, we tried different bottles, we tried probiotic drops, we tried colic relief medication, and just nothing helped. And he would only cry in the evening, like for 3 hours non-stop, and I just used to sit there and cry with him because I didn't know what to do. And my mum and dad, like, we're from India, if you don't know, but we're Anglo-Indian, and they kept saying, oh, when you had gas and colic and stuff, we gave you gripe water. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, like, I just sort of blew them off, and I was just like, no, yeah, we're going to try this medication and that medication that's available to us. And after a lot of money spent, a lot of trial and error of trying to help this poor little baby, we ended up giving in and giving him gripe water. And we also gave him, what do you call it? Like water, just boiled water but cooled down. I know that some nurses and stuff will tell you that newborns don't need water, and I just say, do what you're comfortable with as parents and what you think is right, as long as you're not like harming them or anything. But I think it's a very personal choice, and I'm telling you, giving him that gripe water, we used to give it to him 3 times a day, so morning, afternoon and night, and every time we'd give it to him, we'd give him a little bit of water with it, because the water, think about it, like when you have feeds and stuff and they're trying to burp and sometimes it doesn't come out right, it's like all like gas bubbles in their stomach, and we as adults know how painful that can be. As kids, they have no idea what's going on. So when you drink water, it dilutes like your stomach, it eases your stomach, it makes things easier to digest, and that's honestly what we found helped, and it really did work within, sorry, I'm just trying to find a brush here, within like 3 days I noticed a difference. It just stopped. It would get less and less and less, his crying attacks, and yeah, that was the best thing that we ever did. I feel like this video is going to be so long. Maybe I'll try and just speed along. Haley's last question is, what has your biggest craving been so far? So for me this time it's been spicy foods like curries and stuff, and you know, my parents being the amazing cooks that they are, they've really been indulging me and spoiling me with the food that I've been craving, so it's been so nice to crave. Next 3 questions are from another mummy vlogger, and her YouTube name is EJ Makes Us 6, and her question is, when are you due? So if you don't already know, I am due in early November. And she asked about cravings as well. So like I said, for me this time it's been the curries and savoury spicy foods. She also said, before you found out the gender, did your motherly instincts tell you the baby's gender? And so if you guys don't know, we did do a gender reveal, and it is the last video I did on my channel, so please go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. But if you haven't, this is going to be a bit of a spoiler because I'm about to tell you what we are having. I'm just quickly going to do my brows and be back because that is just boring and it takes me a while, so give me a couple of minutes. I'm back, and like I said, we were talking about baby's genders. So if you haven't watched our gender reveal, we are having a little baby girl, so we're having one of each, which is fantastic. We are so happy. And yes, I think like my instincts did definitely tell me that we were having a girl. Like the pregnancy was just so different to what it was with my son, and I know that's any pregnancy, like you can't compare like your pregnancies to the other one, it's just so different even if it's the same gender. And I just always instinctively used to refer to her as a her or a she. It just would slip out of my mouth. Yeah, I think definitely my motherly instinct was there, but I think I was sort of playing a bit of a mind game with myself because I didn't want to, like, I guess get my hopes up or whatever, and I turned out to be wrong. So I was just like, in my head I thought it was a girl, but I felt it was a boy. I was just always going back and forth, but I think, yeah, my instincts were definitely there that she was a girl. The next few questions are from another YouTuber called The Mindset Mama, and she says, is this your first baby? So no, this isn't my first, this is my second, our second baby. I keep saying mine, like it's our second baby. And she also asked, how have you been feeling emotions wise? I've been good, like I've been really good. I haven't had much anxiety or anything like that. Obviously I'm a little bit nervous because of what happened postpartum. I'm a bit anxious about that at times, but I'm being looked after quite well as of now, and sometimes I feel a little bit nervous about I think I said this before, about like the unknown of how we're going to balance a baby and a toddler, like their sleep patterns and stuff would be so different, and I'm very much a set in my way routine person, so I'm always like, that stresses me out when I think about a routine being disrupted or anything like that. So there have been moments where I'm a little bit nervous for that, but mostly I'm just excited and just happy. I couldn't ask for more. I also asked, will you be finding out the gender? So like I said, we already know the gender, and we have done a gender reveal, so if you want to watch that, it's a really fun video, so go ahead and watch it on my channel. And she asked, do you have a birth plan? So not like, I feel like birth plans are a little bit hard to talk about because like anything can change, you know, like nothing is a plan, can only, I feel like you can't really plan what's going to happen, but I want pretty much the same birth that I had for my son Levi, so that was just, it was so peaceful to me and just exactly what I wanted. And I just want, I will be having epidural like I did with Levi, and I will have a mirror again. I had that last time with Levi. I was able to watch him being born, and that to me was just really, really special, and I really enjoyed that. So I want the same thing with this little baby girl as well. And then she also asked, is there any names that you don't like? So we do have a girl name picked out. Girl name, since that's what we are having. I don't know. Like, I don't think there's any girl names I've heard and I'm like, I don't like that name. Like, I love like baby names and all of that, so I don't think there is any names that I don't like. Like, I feel like there are very common names that I like, yeah, I feel like there's some common names that I'm just like, yeah, I've heard that before, but I don't hate them. Like, I don't not like them. The next couple of questions are from Casey Brown, who is another vlogger and like motivational cleaning YouTuber here. And she asked, will you be filming the birth? No, I don't plan to. I just feel like I just want to be in that moment and not have to think about filming or anything like that. So, and like there are people obviously that have filmed births before, and I think it's really nice. It's a great memory to have, but I don't personally think that it's for me. So I don't think I'm going to be filming the birth. And she said, are you nervous or anxious about anything? I've kind of touched on this before with the emotions question. So yeah, I'm just a little bit nervous and anxious about how to handle two kids, like a toddler and a newborn, and routine-wise what that's going to do for our family. That's probably about my only anxiousness that I have. And the last few questions are from Chrissy. Her name is Chrissy, but her YouTube name is Real Mums Club. And she says, have you suffered with heartburn? And I really haven't. Like, no, I don't think I have. I mean, I've had moments of like, it's a bit hard to digest, but I think that also depends on the food I'm eating. Like, if I'm going to eat greasy food, I think that's going to happen regardless if you're pregnant or not. Oh, this is funny. She asked, would you ever eat your placenta? No, I don't. I don't think I would. I've heard it's really cool. I've heard of like people making their placenta into pills that you can take postpartum. I might be open to something like that. I wouldn't want to eat my own insides, stuff that came out from inside me. No, I don't think I would. And the last question is, would you ever consider a home birth? I always thought this would be so nice and like peaceful, like to be in your own comfort, because I think being comfortable makes your stress go down a lot, and that's so important for when you're having a baby. But I might have considered it more had I had a more smooth postpartum experience with Levi, but with the complications that I had, I just think that for me personally, I would personally be more comfortable in a hospital setting, I think. So those are pretty much all the questions that I got. I got such good questions, and thank you to everybody that asked those questions. Like I said, their socials and YouTube channels will be linked below, so please go ahead and check out their channels and content and support them as well. So that is it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long or boring. I really appreciate your support. I would love to have my channel grow and have like the subscribers that I have are so interactive and so supportive, and it's amazing. So I would love to keep continuing seeing that growth and having that support from you guys. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, and hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of all my future uploads. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!